Tamuno was born in a quiet town in River State. The town was close to the river. Boats moved slowly on the water every morning. Fishermen sang while they worked. In the evening, the sound of church music filled the air. Tamuno loved music from the time he was a small boy. When other children played football, Tamuno listened to songs. He paid attention to drums, keyboards, and voices. He would tap rhythms on the table with spoons. He would sing softly while sweeping the compound. Every Sunday he stood close to the choir in church. He watched the keyboard player carefully. The way the man moved his fingers across the keys amazed him. One day after church, Tamuno walked up to the keyboard. He touched one key. The sound made him smile. From that day he knew something inside him was connected to music. But in his house, music was not a career. Tamuno's father was a strict man. He believed success meant becoming a doctor, a lawyer, or an engineer. Nothing else mattered. His father often said the same words. Music does not feed people. Music is for people who failed school. Serious children become doctors. Tamuno tried to explain his dream. One evening he gathered the courage. "Daddy, I want to learn music." His father looked at him with surprise. "Music?" "Yes, sir." The room became quiet. His father shook his head slowly. "You will become a doctor." End of discussion. Tamuno did not argue again that night. But the love for music stayed inside him. In church, one of the choir members had an old keyboard that was partly broken. Some keys did not work. The sound was rough. Tamuno begged to borrow it. He carried it home carefully and hid it in a small corner of his room. Every night when everyone was asleep, he practiced. He did not know music theory. He did not know chords. He simply listened and tried to repeat the sounds he heard. Slowly he began to understand simple melodies. Months later his father found the keyboard. He was very angry. "What is this doing here?" Tamuno stayed silent. His father unplugged the keyboard and carried it outside. "I warned you, this nonsense must stop." The keyboard never came back into the house. That night Tamuno cried quietly, but something inside him did not die. Years passed. Tamuno became one of the best students in his school. He studied hard because he wanted peace at home. His father believed discipline was everything. When Tamuno finished secondary school with excellent grades, his father filled out the university forms himself. "You will study medicine," he said. Tamuno was admitted into University of Port Harcourt to study medicine and surgery. Medical school was difficult. Long lectures, thick textbooks, endless exams, long nights in the hospital during clinical rotations. But Tamuno refused to fail. If he was going to carry the burden of someone else's dream, he would carry it well. Still, music followed him everywhere. In his hostel room he wrote lyrics inside small notebooks. When melodies came into his head, he recorded them quietly on his phone. Sometimes after exhausting hospital shifts, he would sit on his bed and hum softly so he would not forget a song idea. 6 years passed slowly. Finally graduation day arrived. Tamuno stood in a white coat with other medical students. Cameras flashed. Parents cheered. His father was proud. He told everyone around him, "My son is now a doctor." That night the family celebrated. But Tamuno knew something important had to happen. After dinner he sat with his parents in the living room. "I need to talk to you." His father looked at him. "What is it?" Tamuno took a deep breath. "I finished medicine because I respect you. I worked hard because I did not want to disappoint you." His father nodded slowly. "But music is still my dream." The room became quiet again. "I want to move to Lagos and pursue music." His father's face changed immediately. "You are joking." "No, sir." His mother looked worried. His father stood up. "So after everything, after all the money, after all the sacrifice, you want to throw it away for music?" Tamuno spoke calmly. "I am not throwing anything away. I simply want to follow my purpose." His father's voice became louder. "If you leave this house for music, do not come back." The words were heavy. But Tamuno had already made his decision. A week later he packed one suitcase. Inside it were clothes, a small laptop, his notebooks full of lyrics, and his phone. He boarded a night bus heading to Lagos. The journey was long. When Tamuno arrived in Lagos the next morning, the city felt overwhelming. Cars were everywhere. People moved quickly. Noise filled the air. Lagos did not care about anyone's dreams. It only rewarded people who refused to give up. Tamuno stayed with a friend who lived in a small room in Ajagana. The room was tiny. The fan barely worked, but Tamuno was grateful. Every day he carried his flash drive and walked around looking for studios. Some producers ignored him. Some laughed at him. One producer even said something that hurt. "You say you are a doctor. Go to hospital. Music is not for everybody." Still Tamuno refused to quit. He continued writing songs. He continued knocking on studio doors. One afternoon he met a young producer named Emeka. Emeka noticed Tamuno humming while sitting outside a small studio. "Bro, sing that again," Emeka said. Tamuno repeated the melody. Emeka looked interested. "That song is honest," he said. "Let's record it." The studio was small and simple. But that night they recorded a powerful song. The lyrics were about leaving home to follow a dream. It talked about parents who did not understand. It talked about loneliness in Lagos. It talked about believing in yourself when nobody else believes. They uploaded the song online with no big expectations. The first day nothing happened. The second day nothing happened. On the third day something surprising started happening. People on TikTok began using the song in videos. Young people connected with the message. Students fighting for their dreams. Artists trying to prove themselves. The song began spreading quickly. Soon thousands of people were sharing it. Radio stations started playing it. Music blogs began writing about a new artist. They called him the doctor who chose music. Tamuno's phone started ringing. Show promoters wanted him to perform. Interviews began coming. Within weeks Tamuno was invited to perform his first big live show in Lagos. The night of the show arrived. The hall was packed with people. Bright lights filled the stage. Backstage Tamuno felt nervous. His phone buzzed. It was a message from his mother. "We are in Lagos." Tamuno froze. Another message followed. "We are outside the venue." His heart started beating fast. He walked quickly toward the entrance. There he saw them, his mother and his father. His mother hugged him immediately. His father stood quietly. For a moment nobody spoke. Finally his father said something simple. "I heard your song." Tamuno waited. His father looked at him carefully. Then he said the words Tamuno never expected to hear. "You did not give up." Tamuno felt emotional. His father nodded slowly toward the stage. "Go and sing." That night Tamuno walked onto the stage in Lagos. The crowd began cheering loudly. When the music started and Tamuno sang the viral song, something powerful happened. The entire audience sang the lyrics with him, word for word, voice for voice. It was a moment Tamuno would never forget. In the front row his mother was crying with pride, and his father was standing, clapping slowly. For the first time in his life, Tamuno knew he had truly become himself.